We're back at the Citizens Business Bank Arena. Andy Zilch and BJ McPherson up in the booth. It's a 2-1 San Diego lead. We're going to head downstairs. AJ Mandariccio is right alongside assistant coach Sylvain Lefebvre.
Thanks, Andy. Coach, you held them to 7 shots in that second period. What do you have to do to keep up that defensive pressure here in the third?
Well, we have to keep puck possession. We did a great job on offense to keep the puck and also have some great scoring chances. And our gap was way better with our defense.
Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
Andy, back to you.
Thanks a lot, AJ. We're going to have a 153 power play as we begin the third period, but let's backtrack to the second period.
Well, in the second period, you watch right away. Adam Cracknell, when he picks up that puck, gotta love he didn't come in too close thinking he's going to get something better. He sees daylight and he puts it through the 5-hole. Second chance the Gulls get there. Wiping it to that net. You get it to the net, you get sticks up. Puck didn't get over the line, so you can't be putting your hands up. Eves there, doesn't want to score in the American Hockey League. He only wants to score in the NHL. We'd like him to put that one in the net there. Here's where Ontario comes back. You watch this one right off the top crossbar. Doesn't matter. Hits a crowbar, doesn't go in the net. Glass had everything else protected.
Well, as we break down and get nitty-gritty here with this game, we talked about the shots on goal during the intermission report. The game total, 30-19. San Diego certainly owned it, and you got a very important power play. Right now it's 0 for 3, but that is pending this next 156. And I'll tell you one thing, the face-off wins. BJ, when you got Sutter on the opposite side of the ice that you're trying to draw against, having one more than 50% is very good for San Diego.
No, Andy calls it right. Sutter's one of those guys who's probably got about a 75% face-off win ratio. The difference is from last game for the Gulls where they were under 50%, which is not right for the Gulls. You start with that puck, it makes it a lot easier. Starting this third period on the power play, as the difference in the second, the Gulls were killing. Makes the big difference, puck possession. Like their assistant coach Sly said, puck possession's a big thing. Get that puck deep, have your team set up. Going to be a different thing in the power play in the third period.
Well, the Gulls will travel from left to right. They got the whites on. And we're all set at the Citizens Business Bank Arena. The Grossmont center ice face-off to get his kick started for period number 3. 2-1 San Diego with the lead. And a 156 very important power play brought to you by JMG Security Systems. Face-off win by Carrick. And we're ready to go here for the third. Chase DeLeo drops it for Carrick at center ice. They'll feed it to the wing for Kiefer Sherwood. Carries it all the way down low to the corner. Tried to cycle for Carrick, but it's broken up, and the puck cleared down the ice.
Again, on the power play, it's outmanning the opponent. They got 2 in the corner, you got to have 3. Gulls communication, a little bit of a lapse there. If you put that puck in the corner, you got to have him outmanned.
Carrick on the right wing, he shoots a save made, rebound, denied on the pad by Peterson. He'll hang on and freeze.
That little bit of a broken record starts with Sam Carrick. You watch the give and go in the neutral zone. Sam Carrick gets it, goes to the net. If he goes to that net, there he is, Ben Street, waiting for that rebound. Sorry, Carrick was the one taking that shot. Ben Street was the one giving the play. Again, they'll start here again with 19:27 to go here in the third period. You got to get the face-off.
Carrick to Leo Sherwood. And Street and Mahura working the points. Street mishandled it. It's out to center. Holes tag up, work back in. 113 of the man advantage. It's pushed back to the blue line. Here's Mahura. He'll walk the line. Feed it to the circle for Carrick. Right back to Mahura. To the right wing circle. Holding on to it was Street. He'll play it back. Mahura drive. Rebound, they score! Chase DeLeo punches it in. Just 59 seconds into the third period. It's a 3-1 San Diego lead.
Well, it's going to all start with great passing with the Gulls players. And again, Mahura, the young defenseman, it's not a big slap shot, not a big wrist shot. What it is, getting that puck to that net. First it's a tip, after the tip it goes off the goaltender, buried in the net. Chase DeLeo, he's been the leader for the Gulls as everybody's called up. He's been the guy in, game out, plugging away. But it starts with getting that shot to that net. Not a shot that's going to break the glass, but just enough to get there.
Chase DeLeo coming in pointless in 3 of his last 4. How about that for getting back on track? Murphy from his own zone will play it off the glass. It's blocked. He'll get it up to Eves. He'll work it in on the right wing. He'll pull back and send it behind the net. Puck gets taken by Klus. He'll work it back to Magna. He'll put it off the inboards. Sam Steele able to skate it out to the high slot, work it off to the far boards. Trying to get it to East, but hacked off his stick and carried out by Rempel. He'll dump it into the San Diego zone. Murphy collapses on it. He'll slug it out. It's carried back in. It's Klus. He'll work it to the corner. Try to center it. Knocked away. And away come the rain. Bluff will skate through center ice. He'll work it in on the near wing. He'll hit the brakes as soon as he crossed over the line. Feed it across. Asamat couldn't catch the pass. Then he'll put it on net, but Glass turns it away. Garrett can't clear it out. Klus also can't get it out. Puck gets held in by Sherbak. Sherbak not able to get it even further along, and it's cleared away. 17:47 remaining in the third period. Sam Carrick unable to sidestep the poke check. It's worked out to the neutral zone. Carried into the San Diego zone and bumped in. Puck battle behind the Gulls net. Adam Cracknell simply takes it right off the stick. Got a Bauman. And he'll dump it into the offensive zone. It slides in on Peterson. He'll freeze it and hang on for a whistle.
Well, there he is, the power forward, Adam Cracknell, picking it up in his own zone. Offense, defense, he's here as a team leader. Adam Cracknell doing it on both ends of the ice.
We'll have ourselves an offensive zone face-off. Puck will drop to the left of Peterson. Street on the face-off. He'll be kicked out. Sherwood in to take it against Sutter. Sherwood wins the draw to DeLeo. DeLeo with a slippery move. He'll send it behind the net for Sherwood. He's forced off to the boards by Sutter. Cycle quickly to DeLeo. A one-timer driven wide. Dacha not able to hold it in. Coles will tag up. Street catches the pass. He'll place it back over the line on the right wing side for Sherwood. A wrist shot denied by Peterson. And a loose puck taken off the boards and cleared away by Morrison. Puck touched down by a high stick. That'll send us to a break. Hey fans, join us on Friday, February 1st as we celebrate 25 years of Ducks hockey. You see your Gulls battle the Ontario Reign at 7 p.m. For more information and to purchase tickets, go to sandiegogulls.com/tickets or 844-GO-GULLS.
25 years of Gulls hockey. That's a lot of hockey for Gulls fans.
I say Gulls?
Gulls.
Ducks.
Ducks even.
I meant Ducks if I said Gulls. Puck dumped into the San Diego zone. Magna behind the net. He'll play it to Carrick, up to Ben Thompson. Thompson drags it in across the line. It's left for Gazdick, but chipped off his stick and out of play. Ontario Reign coming back here after finishing a 5-game road stand. They lost 4-2 against Iowa, trying to put up a good fight against San Diego, but right now a 2-goal lead for the Gulls. Eric on the face-off win. Murphy hacks it in. Peterson can't stop the rim as it rolls off to the far boards. Luff collects a pass at the hash marks. No reverse. And puck gets cleared out off the far wing by Redicott. Charged right back in. Sam Carrick on the far wing. He'll cut to the net and a save made. Luke Gazdick hunched over as he goes to the bench. I didn't see what happened behind the play, but he's not looking too good there as he's getting tended to by the athletic training crew. Puck dumped into the goal zone. Glass sweeps it along to the far boards. Rempel drops it back to the line for Strand. He'll go to the near point. The drive misses wide. And a puck battle behind the San Diego net. Sam Steele and Rempel, the two rookies going head to head. Worked off to the boards. Verhera unable to clear. Second hack still unable to clear. That time it was Holzer, and Maye holds it in. Charging all the way down low from the blue line. His pass broken up and successfully skated out by Steele. He'll send it along to Verhera. He'll work it in on the left wing. A shot denied. Rebound. What a save. Peterson denies Steele. He'll jump over to the near post to keep it out. Steele trying to keep it going here with points in consecutive games. but denied by the netminder. Gulls still with offensive pressure. Eves will go to the corner for Dotchin. He'll send it behind the net for Steele. Steele swings loose of the pressure. He'll cut towards the front of the net, but he's forced to the boards. Steele all the way to the high slot. He'll work it over to the corner. Tried to go to chase DeLeo, but it's broken up as Lintu Noemi steps up. Over 5 gone in the third period. Gulls with a 3-1 advantage. Asamont for Ontario works it loose, and it's cleared in by McDermott. Dotchin at his own goal line. Able to dig it loose for Street. He can't get the puck out. Blake worked it down low, but Chase DeLeo pokes it off his stick out to center ice.
The Gulls get a little unlucky there. Almost a 2-on-1 develops.
Adam Cracknell finds a loose puck in his own zone. He'll clear it out. Back on it is Clegg. He'll play it up to Wizymirski. Couldn't cleanly get a pass through center. Broken up, and Magna will play it to Murphy. Murphy gets hauled down. We'll have a delayed power play for San Diego. Adam Cracknell from the corner. He'll drop it back to Carrick. Now to Murphy. Murphy gets pressured and hacked to the boards, and it's touched by Ontario. That'll send us to a break. 3-1, San Diego with the lead. Mahura putting one to the net. Sam Steele denied on the rebound. Because the Gulls have 3 on the board, you receive 1 free pizza tomorrow when you purchase a regular menu price pizza at papajohns.com. Use promo code GULLSBOGO. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Mahura right off the point with a slap shot denied by Peterson, who had to reach over the near post. Puck kept in by the Gulls. Carrick's pass back to the point, intercepted. Hare charging up ice. Tried to get it to McDermott, but broken up. Pass was in the feet of McDermott. 2-on-1 for the Gulls. Sherwood with a shot, but poked away. Roy able to get back and knock it loose. Boy, we're going end to end here. Sutter this time, he'll pull back and clear it. Glass out of his net, he'll stop it. And play it to the far boards for Street. Cross ice to the near side for Mahura. Mahura works it in over the line. He'll play it to DeLeo. He sends it behind the net, but the puck rolling on Carrick. It goes to Luff. He can't clear. It's held in as the pass goes to the far point for Mahura. He'll play it to Carrick. Carrick behind the net to DeLeo. To the far board. Street tried to play it to the slot for Sherwood, but it hits the skate. Sherwood will retrieve it. He'll send it to DeLeo. He'll charge in, but he's pressured by too many Reign players. Work back to the point for Mahura. To the circle for Carrick. Back to Mahura. He'll sidestep a poke check of Amadio. He'll play it to the slot. And a backhander by DeLeo wide of the net. Sherwood pulls to the corner. 38 left of the man advantage. Drop back for Street at the point. Now to Mahura. He's straight away. To the circle for Carrick. He fanned on the shot, but he'll play it back to the near boards for Street. Street all the way out to the blue line. Plays it to the goal line for DeLeo. Back to Street. Now to Mahura. Mahura fakes the shot to Street. One-timer blocked in front. Street picks it up. He'll tap it off the boards to Sherwood. Now to Mahura. 10 left of the power play. Mahura to Carrick. Carrick with a wrist shot. Redirected and a save made. A rebound pass goes back to the blue line, but not connecting to Street. And the power play is over. 11:50 remaining of the third period. The Gulls lead by a score of 3-1. Bulls are back in his own zone. They'll feed it up to Eves, who redirects it into the offensive zone. Back on the puck, the Ontario defenseman Clay. He'll play to the right wing boards for Rempel. And he'll wrist it into the corner for Molson. Molson drops it back to the blue line, holding on to it, and then a shot let go by Wizymirski, blocked. And Sam Steele will poke it out to center ice. Able to get it up to Kloos. Kloos couldn't collect the bouncing puck. Instead, Molson returns it back in. They'll try a shot that whistles high and wide over the net. Ben Thompson battling along the near boards for the puck. It's worked loose to the blue line. Clegg with a shot. Through traffic, a save made. Bounces wide of the net. And then it's hacked back towards the slot by Maillet, but Steele rescues it and carries it safely to center and dumps it in.
Well, the Gulls doing a great job there for Glass. Glass makes the big save, but what they do for the defensive core is they take sticks and bodies. If you're in front, you're not going to make that save. And we're going to get the puck coming all the way back on the icing. But you got to watch here. About 3 minutes ago, there's a little tip in front of that net. The Gulls have got great pressure. But when you've got all that pressure, you're able to make the tip. And here it is back in the Gull zone. You got all those bodies. There's Glass. Puck sitting there right in the goal line. You got all those bodies in front. The Gulls look really confident in front of Glass.
Well, how about this for the shots on goal total? 39-21 in this game right now.
Big difference from last game. I don't think the Gulls got over the 20-shot mark, and that's a big difference in this game.
There's another one from Luke Gasnick right off the draw. Good to see him back out there. Cracknell won it, and Gasnick with his long reach, that 6'4" frame, able to poke it on Peterson. It counts as a shot on goal, and it gets you another offensive zone faceoff. I don't care if it was a blistering shot.
No, you're right, Andy. The more shots you get at the net, I don't care if they're slap shot, wrist shots, or backhands. You get the shots at net, you're going to get goals.
10-2 shots on goal this period for San Diego. A lot of that large in part because of about 4 minutes power play time, but you know what? It counts. Down to 10:22 left of the final frame of regulation. Adam Cracknell on the left face-off circle. They'll go to the high slot for Ben Thompson, and the pass bounces off his stick. It's taken by Morrison. Magna denies the pass from him. Gasnick right back in. They'll skate to the slot with a shot tipped and out of play.
Well, when you got Luke Gadzik coming in over the blue line, he's got some open defenders, but he takes him from backhand to forehand, and he wants to get that shot away. It's showing that the Gulls got a lot of confidence tonight.
We'll have a face-off that'll drop in the Ontario zone. Eric out, Dotchin, Keaton Thompson. DeLeo and Cluse. Eric steps in to take the face-off. Tried to slap it forward. He'll get kicked out of the draw for doing it too soon. Well, Audio opposing on the draw.
Sorry, Andy. Whenever a forward tries to slap the puck forward, that's he and a winger getting on the same page, trying to change it up a little bit. Because 99% of the time, you want to win it back to your defenseman.
Chase DeLeo loses the face-off, but he gets tripped. Amadio will go to the box. We'll have a power play for the San Diego Gulls. I think they're going to send a both here.
Amadio didn't look happy with that. Looked like Chase DeLeo stepped on a banana peel.
Nope, it's just Amadio.
I'll tell you what it is. That's a true penalty. Again, you got to have your stick controlled at all times. And right there, you know, maybe a bit of an acting job, but you know what? He's an actor on our squad. It's a good job.
I think DeLeo is getting taken, yeah.
Almost ripped his helmet off his head. Come on, Andy. That should have been a double minor.
Well, for a second there, DeLeo started skating back to the bench and no one grabbed him.
Either way, on the power play, the Gulls have had the better power play tonight. It starts off with the face-off. Win that face-off, get control of the puck. The Gulls have the better players, skilled players around the perimeter. You got to get the shots on net. 4-on-4. The refs didn't bite.
Face-off went for the Gulls, but Holes are forced all the way to the neutral zone. They'll get it to Mahura. Right back to Holes. Mahura once more. Those two playing catch with it. They shake loose to the Ontario forecheck, and Mahura finds the seam. They'll cut up on the left wing into the Ontario zone. Play it to Steele. He tried the right wing for Eves, but out of his reach. Eves will send it back to the line for Mahura. Instead, he'll pull back to the neutral zone. 1:30 left to 4-on-4. Eves catches a pass. He'll play it to Steele. Steele down low, shoots. Hits off the top of the net and bounces wide. Magna from the point. He'll go to Murphy, who slides down low. Murphy with a shot missing wide. Now to play it goes. And that'll bring us to a halt in the action. 9:12 remaining, third period. Gulls lead 3-1.
Well, if you watch Josh Mahura, his eyes were not looking at the puck. They were looking down ice. And that's the difference on thinking about what to do and knowing what to do. Josh Mahura got his head up. That's why he's been up with the Ducks a lot this season.
Face-off will drop to the left of Peterson. 4-on-4 action for another 1:12. Sherwood on the face-off, lost the draw to Sutter. Rimple at his own goal line. He'll start up ice with it. Slowly up ice too, and he's forced backwards by Street. Pass return to Rimple. He'll dump it into the San Diego zone. Murphy up with it. Sherwood to Murphy. And Murphy back. Gulls are going to make sure they don't force anything here, BJ. It's very wise with the 2-goal lead.
Gulls doing a great job keeping them on the outside. You watch the 4 defenders. They're staying in the middle part of the ice.
Murphy split defense. He'll drop it back for Sherwood, but return to Murphy. And poked off his stick. It ends up right on Murphy's stick again as a broken pass. Goes right to him. We'll dump it right back in. Sherwood and Holzer going after it in the corner. Holzer hacks it free for Sherwood. Sherwood returns it to Holzer at the point. He'll skate the line, leave it for Steele. Steele skates it all the way to the face-off circle. He'll step backwards and back out to the neutral zone. We've returned to 5-on-5 with under 8 remaining of the third period. The Gulls lead by a score of 3-1. Josh Mahura feeds it up ice. It's tipped in by Kloos. Peterson comes out of his net. He turns it right over to Steele. He'll center it. A one-timer by Kloos block. Keaton Thompson steps up, shoots and scores. Sam Steele was waiting on the back door. I think he got a stick on it, and it's 4-1 San Diego.
I think Andy's right. Sam Steele, easiest goal on the season, especially in this game. Sam Steele has had puck possession more than any other player on the ice. And if we watch here, as the Ontario Reign give up the puck, Sam Steele is going to go to that net. Keaton Thompson puts it there, backhand, Sam Steele. He's looking all over, giving his stick up, going, easiest one for me tonight. Sam Steele, puck possession, leading for both teams tonight. Nice to see him get on the scorecard. Sam Steele's one of those guys, the more the puck's on the stick, the more confidence he gets.
8 points now in his last 8 games. That's a learning tool for youngsters out there. Keep your stick on the ice.
Hey, it doesn't work well when it's at your side. Keeping it on the ice helps you.
7.5 remaining. The Gulls with a 3-goal lead against the Ontario Reign. Dodson will play it down low to the goal line for Carrick. Carrick tried to center, but it was on the offhand to Barry, and it goes out to center ice. Puck fired back in by Keaton Thompson. Peterson comes out of his net. Will play it to Clegg. To the near boards, Ace Samant tried to get it out. Intercepted by Ben Thompson, and he runs into Barry. Puck out to center ice. Benoit flips it right back in. Peterson comes out of his net. Oh, Ben Thompson got checked. Real bad check, and Luke Gasnick's going in, as is everybody else in that corner. Gasnick trying to go after the main party. Ace Samant grabs Ben Thompson. Those two break free. I'll tell you what, you got to tip your cap to Ben Thompson for standing up after that one.
Hey, you want to wake a sleeping giant, you go ahead being down 4-1 with 6:51 to go and throw a dirty hit. That's what it is. Growing up as a hockey player, you hit anybody from behind, that's a dirty hit. And that's why the Gulls are a team. Look at Luke Gadzik. He's not done yet. He wants to get his 2-piece in there. I'll tell you what, any player in pro hockey to throw that hit, you can tell the Ontario Reign player, he's trying to plead his case. But you know what? He's got 6:51 to go left in this game. We're going to get to see on the replay here. We're going to hope he's going to get back on that ice, because there it is right there. Got a player with his back to you. You grew up in hockey with on the back of your helmet with a big stop sign, because it's the dirtiest play in hockey. 6:51 to go. The Gulls are up 4-1. I think the lead is going to be fine. I want to see the way the Gulls react to this. And Coach Dallas Eakins, he's going to stay quiet on the bench, because you know what he's going to do? He's going to let his team decide what happens.
There's Chaz Redekop that's going to sit in the box. And not only did Luke Gasnick go after Redekop, Jacob Magnum wanted to throw down with him, as did Sam Steele. Steele went in there too. You had all hands on deck for San Diego trying to go after Redekop. But I'll tell you what, the most animated one right now still Luke Gasnick, who's even shouting out the Ontario bench.
He's talking to the bench right now saying, anybody you want to put out there, I'm standing up for this crest in front of me. We all wear it. We've got our names on the back, and there he goes again. Luke Gadzik, he's been a quiet player this year, one of the tougher players in American Hockey League. But you know what he's doing? He's letting them know, I stand up for this squad. You know what? Just like you said, Andy, I liked it. Steele, Magna, everybody on the ice stands up. That makes a difference. Again, team, together, everybody achieves more. No eye on this San Diego Gulls team.
A 5-minute major to Chaz Redicott. JMG power play will be a long one. It doesn't matter how many times the Gulls score. It'll be 5 full minutes of power play time.
I even like more than this. Look at the Gulls on the ice. They're ready to drop the puck. This Ontario team wants the 6:51 to go by quickly. They want to get off this ice and get this game over with. I'll tell you what, the better team is the San Diego Gulls. The better togetherness team is the San Diego Gulls.
Well, you got McDermott out on the kill.
Well, that says something. If you've got McDermott out on the kill, that's them out there wondering if anything's going to happen. This isn't a bright spot for Ontario. They're going to put McDermott out here for the kill unless he's on the blue line.
He did play some penalty kill minutes earlier on the blue line, and he's doing that again here on this one. The Gulls win the faceoff. Holzer plays it to Mahura. And here you go. This is the aggressive forecheck. Ontario is going to go all in here on this penalty kill. Sutter strips the puck loose. He'll play it to the slot, but broken up by Sherwood. You've got to be on your toes, and here they come again, hard on Mahura. This time it's Hare, and the puck left for DeLeo. They'll play it to Holzer. They'll gain the center red line and dump it in. Puck trimmed off to the boards. Touched out to center ice. Sutter works it in. Off the right wing boards, but he's poked off the puck. I think right now you just got to get the puck in the offensive zone, work it around the perimeter. Whoa, that was too many men by a mile.
Yeah, the Gulls got caught a little bit there. A little communication going the wrong way. 6:02, they're going to go 4-on-4. Got to remember, they still got a 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go, but it's going to go 4-on-4. The refs are talking about it, but we're going to watch here. Too many men. See if you can count the men on the ice.
Well, it was the pass that started all. Holzer was trying to go up while you had a line change that was occurring right in front of the San Diego bench, and that's how it started.
It's not that big a deal. They're going to play 4-on-4, 6 minutes and 2 seconds to go. But again, you want to stay sharp. You want to play sharp for 60 minutes. Still a lot of time left in this hockey game. You also want to play for your goaltender. Glass hadn't played too many games. You want to keep him into this ball game.
He stopped 20 of 20 since allowing that goal. Faceoff will drop to his left. Barry will serve the penalty. Steele, Murphy, Eves, and Dotchin out for the Gulls. Mario on the faceoff against Steele. Steele wins it to Murphy. It's played to Dotchin. Dotchin almost put it in his pocket for a second there. He stood at the face-off circle for a good 3 seconds. Steele gets a pass, lost it at center. Mario plays it off the boards to himself, then drops it back to Strand. Strand having trouble with Sam Steele on the forecheck. Forced all the way back behind their own net. Minute 30 of the 4-on-4. Luff racing through center, lost the handle on it. It's intercepted. 2-on-1 developing for the Gulls. The two rookies, Steele and Sherwood. Steele hits the third man in. Dotchin with a drive denied. Somehow Peterson sprawls off to the post to make the stop. Going from his right to his left and keeps it a 4-1 game. Chase DeLeo plays it to Holzer back in his own zone as the Gulls maintain possession after that brush up ice. That's huge. DeLeo back in. They'll leave it in the right wing corner. Sherwood drops it back to the point for Holzer. Out of Mahura. They'll go across to the near point for Holzer once more. Down low to DeLeo, a redirect, missing well wide of the net. 40 left to 4-on-4. Puck taken by Roy behind his own net. And the Gulls will finish up a line change. Carried in off the far boards by Maye. He tried to cross ice feed to Rimple, but well out of his reach, and the Gulls will charge up with a 4-on-3 back the other way. Kloos to Cracknell. Couldn't get around a poke check to Clegg. 17 left to 4-on-4. Kloos to the wing. Mahura all sorts of space. with a shot stopped by Peterson. Loose puck gets collected by the Reign. And forced up against the boards was Roy. Loose and Cracknell dig it loose. The blue line for Murphy. Now to Cracknell. Back to a power play for San Diego for another 2:05. Garrick breaks it back into the zone. We'll take it on the right wing wall. All the way down low to the corner and stop. They'll feed it back to Dotchin. Now to Murphy. Return to Dotchin. Dotchin holding on to it. He'll send it back to Murphy. He's got a big slap shot. Look out for it. Murphy trades it right back to Dotchin. Now they'll move it north. Worked all the way back to Dotchin, though, again at the blue line. Dotchin will take it to the left wing, send it to Murphy. He'll let a shot go, but wide of the net. It got deflected by the bodies in front. Cracknell digs it loose for Clues. Clues drops it all the way back to the line for Murphy. To the wing. Dotchin a one-timer block. Murphy bats the puck out of midair, prevents the clear. 1:18 left of the power play. Ontario Killers are sucking wind. Murphy with a one-timer, and Peterson makes the save.
Well, between Dotchin and Murphy, they take a lot of big saves and shots, but watch this. This is where the save is made. Dotchin scored 2 goals in the last 2 games. He's going to look at that and think, why don't I have 3? Dotchin, who has scored, just gets robbed there by Peterson, who gets that big pad up. Again, it's Steele looking off to one. Everybody on Ontario wanting that pass. He comes and puts it back on the soft side. Again, Steele making it look easy.
Face-off win by the Reign. Puck sent down the ice. Peterson's made some good saves tonight. And you can't discredit his workload. 45 total shots for the Gulls. Eaves in, makes it 46, and a save made by Peterson. That one almost snuck under his glove. Tonight's broadcast is property of the San Diego Gulls Hockey Club, and he rebroadcasted tonight's game either whole or in part without the express written consent of the San Diego Gulls and the American Hockey League is strictly prohibited. 55 left of the power play. 4-1 San Diego with the lead with 2:46 remaining of regulation. Face-off win for Sutter. McDermott will clear it. Well, the good news right now is the emotions have calmed down. We're playing hockey after that 5-minute boarding call on Chaz Redicott. And that's still continuing for another 38. Mahura across the line. Forced to the boards. The clear is held in by Holzer. He'll go to the circle for Steele. Right back to Holzer at the right point. The trade places with Mahura. Holzer, wrist shot blocked in front. Puck is kept in. Eaves to Steele. Tried to go in front on the back door to Sherwood, but missed on the pass. Eaves again. He'll go cross ice to Steele. He'll collect it off the board. Send it to Holzer, now to Mahura. Mahura to Steele. Try to slap past to Eaves, but missed on the pass. Eaves will pull it off the boards with 2 left in the power play. Get it to Sherwood. Back to Mahura, back to even strength. 5-on-5 we go for 1:44. Puck taken to the corner by Eaves. Eaves tried a shot that misses wide of the net. McDermott pulls it off the wall, and he'll clear it out to center ice. Benoit backpedals. He'll play it up to Street, who backhands it in. 1:27 remaining. Ben Thompson having a conversation with Redicott, who's standing on the Reign bench right now as the puck gets shot, missing wide of glass, and out to center it goes.
Well, what Ben Thompson's doing, he's letting them know, you're going to fight me now, or we got 5 games to go. We got a little fisticuffs going. Let's see what happens from here.
Benoit with a big check, and that'll draw some more attention. It was a high check. A penalty will get assessed, and Luke Gassick's on the ice. He's got Lintunuemi. Everybody's got a partner, and no real fight. Ben Thompson trying to get a fight with Strand, but it won't work.
Yeah, you want everybody to keep their gloves on. Ben Thompson's looking over to the Ontario Reign bench, because what Ben Thompson's doing, he is a leader on the team, and he's one of those leaders that says, I'm not going to allow that hit to go by the wayside. I'm going to wait for you, but they're going to get Ben Thompson, get him off the ice. Let's see what they do with Luke Gassick.
Benoit will go to the box. And they're not even going to send him to the box. They opened it up, but they're going to send him across into the tunnel.
Well, they're fine with it, but what Benoit does is he does a clean body check, and that's what Benoit has done all year. Simon Benoit has been the most consistent defenseman, taking the body all year for the San Diego Gulls. Stands up for himself, and there comes the troops. Simon Benoit is not going to back down from anybody. A good Canadian, French-Canadian player from the Major Junior League, stand up for the Gulls all year. He and Mahura have been the defensemen for the Gulls this year, rookie defensemen who have been a bright spot for this organization.
Well, Asamont was the one that got checked, and he didn't help his case because he tried to duck under. He saw what was coming, and that's what made it look even worse, is because he pulled his head lower. So I don't even know what the call is. I would assume it's an elbowing call, but Benoit started with the shoulder and then it ended at his elbow.
And you're right. Let's see what they call, but what I'm going to look for on the call, if it's 4-on-4, 5-on-5, or if the Gulls are going to be killing, it's probably better for the officials to have somebody on the power play, because if they don't, this game can get out of hand. If they have it 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, watch for the Ontario Reign team put McDermott on the ice. If they put him on the ice, this is like lighting a candle, starting a spark. We'll see what happens.
Well, I do believe that there is an ejection at this point of the game. If you start a fight right now, or not an ejection, but an ejection, and you'll get suspended for the next game.
But you got to remember, there's a lot of time left in this season. You can't let any piece go by. You don't have to fight. Luke Gadzik's still on the ice, and again, he's probably one of the tougher players in this American Hockey League. He doesn't fight that much. He hasn't had to. He's one of those guys, when he's on the ice, the other team takes a look. Luke Gadzik's out there, and you look at him. He can cut down a tree, or he can cut you down.
He can sub in for the Brawny Man anytime and sell some paper towels. Throw a flannel shirt on him, and you're good to go.
Well, the Gulls have really dominated this game since getting scored against early on in this first period. Totally outshot shooting Ontario, 46-21. Glass has played really well. It's a good bounce-back game for the Gulls after their 14-game streak. Coming on the road again, up 4-1. I see McDermott out on the ice. The refs are over at the timekeeper's table, still talking about it. You got to remember, 1:07 left in this game. A lot of time to let a lot of things happen.
Well, in terms of shots on goal for San Diego during period by period, 14, 16, 16, a total of 46. Shots allowed, 12, 7. Here's the kicker, 2 so far in this period. And if you recall, they had back-to-back road games where they allowed 2 shots on goal in the third period when they had a lead, and here they're doing it again tonight.
Yeah, that's the way you want to go. On the road, if you're only giving up less than 10 shots, I'm not talking 2 or 3, less than 10 in the third period, you're doing your job. But when you're doing less than 5, you're doing a great job. The Gulls are warriors on the road.
We'll have a face-off that'll drop outside the San Diego zone. A long standstill right now, and it looks like we're playing even. 5-on-5, the referee signals to the benches. So you'll have Gazdic, Cracknell, Carrick, Magna, and Dotchin out. I wouldn't want to mess with any one of those 5 players.
Well, again, 1:07 to go in this game. The Gulls have got the game well in hand. Let's see what type of game Ontario wants to finish with.
107 until the Gulls could have a 10-game road point streak, having 7 wins during that time span. Gazdic and McDermott are lined up together.
A lot of talking going on.
McDermott, of course, coming in, leading the AHL in penalty minutes, 124. Nobody else is in triple digits yet.
What do you think they're talking about?
Well, we could find out here in a moment.
We're going to find out in a hurry.
Puck is dropped, and we'll keep on going with play. Magna feeds it up through center ice. It's tipped into the offensive zone. Adam Cracknell erased off the play by Sutter. It goes to Hare. They'll trade it to the boards for McDermott. McDermott saucers it down the ice, trying to get it to Hare. It misses him with 45 seconds left. Dodge will play behind the net for Magna. Magna lobs it out to center ice. McDermott was coming in hot on him. But Magna pulled up and sent it away. 33 seconds left. Hare gets a pass on the left wing. He'll work it in. Slap shot patted away by Glass. Holzer plays it between his legs for Carrick. He'll skate it safely to center. And dump it in. Wise play there by the vet. Putts behind the net. Gazdic picks it up. Tried a centering pass. Blocked away. Blake will send it along to McDermott. Now up to Sutter. Sutter to the red line. He'll dump it in. 6 seconds left after losing on Saturday by a score of 6-2. The Gulls come back and defeat the Ontario Reign by a score of 4-1 with hundreds of fans here at the Citizens Business Bank Arena.
Well, this is the type of game after a 14-game streak like the Gulls had, is the way you want to come back on the road against their arch nemesis, Ontario Reign.
I'll tell you what, we just talked about it a moment ago, but Jeff Glass, sturdy in net. It's not easy to sit on the bench for 9 consecutive games and get thrown back in the mix. He's been practicing hard with this hockey club. He's been able to come up big several times tonight.
And you got to tip your hat to him. That first shot going in against them, he stopped everyone after that. Got to like Kevin Boyle coming out there, giving him the big hug. The goaltending is solidified for the Gulls.
Well, the Gulls goals tonight, Dotchin, Cracknell, DeLeo, and Steele. And in terms of multi-point efforts here for San Diego, when you look across the score sheet, you don't see one. That means even contribution all throughout your lineup, and that has been the recipe for success during that 15-game point streak, and right now during this 10-game road point streak.
Yeah, it's the way to start it again, and after you have a loss against you, you go on the road and you outshoot a team 46-21. That's kind of unheard of. Outshooting them 2-1 on their home turf with a big crowd. The Gulls came out, and what the Gulls did to Ontario, they showed their proof. Much more talented hockey team and club against this Ontario team.
Well, the big thing that we could talk about is the ability to keep Ontario plugged away from putting shots on in the third period when they desperately needed it. Only 2 allowed in period number 3 and 9 in the last 40 minutes of the hockey game. That paved the way for San Diego to get this 4-1 win here, and they now take the lead in the season series. They have 4 victories against the Ontario Reign in 7 total games played. 59 seconds into the third period, Chase DeLeo scored his 9th of the year. He's downstairs with AJ Mandariccio.
Andy, thank you very much. Chase, that goal early in the third period, what did it do to give you guys the ability to take the life out of the Ontario Reign?
I think we needed it as a group. I thought all game. Their goalie played a hell of a game, obviously. A couple 2-pad stack saves that were pretty incredible. So it was nice to definitely get that one in and get on the board. And I thought Glasser, for us, had a good game. He hasn't played in a while, and he came in and played a really good game for us as well.
Rarely have you guys had the same lineup for the last 17 games, but you win 16 of them. What does that say about this team's depth?
I think just embracing the adversity. I think we preached that from day one, that it's not going to be easy. This league isn't easy, obviously. There's guys coming in and out, injuries, guys getting called up. So I think you just got to adapt, and we're doing a good job right now.
Congrats on the goal and the win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Andy, back to you.
Thanks a lot, AJ. Here is Chase's goal, his 9th of the year. That was the 3rd one for San Diego in this 4-1 win against the Ontario Reign. Gulls hockey is presented by California Coast Credit Union, San Diego's oldest financial institution with over 25 branch locations, a shared branch network of 60 area locations, and 30,000 free ATMs nationwide.
Years, you're building friendships. The Gulls defeat the Ontario Reign by a final of 4-1. 4 different goals got on the board for the team tonight, and our moment of the game comes from Adam Cracknell. He scored a goal in his 6th straight game, and that is a Gulls franchise record. And here's the goal coming up as Cracknell went in one-on-one against the goaltender and really put a good shot on net. That made it 2-1. That gave the Gulls the lead. Turned out to be the game-winning goal for the Gulls as they beat the Reign 4-1. Troy Hirsch alongside Andy Zilch and BJ McPherson, the gentleman who called the game. And Andy, let's start with you. They've got a point now in 10 straight road games. That is an impressive streak, the longest streak in the American Hockey League.
It's very impressive, and especially when they started the season with just 2 wins and 8 road games. That was actually a sore spot for this hockey club. They're able to come into opposing teams' buildings, they're able to take some authority, and they're able to run away with it over the past few.
And when we talk about goaltending tonight, Jeff Glass, you talked about it at the end of the broadcast there. Hadn't played in a long time, but after giving up that one goal, Glass was a brick wall in the net.
Well, Glass was, and when you give up that goal, you really worry. Is he going to just break down and have more goals come against him? Team really rallied against him, and Glass made some big saves before the Gulls got back on the board there. But as a team, they stuck together. Glass sticking together. What I like the best about it, Kevin Boyle after the game, first one out there, giving Glass a big hug.
Yeah, Boyle's played well in net as well, and credit to the defense for the Gulls because they didn't allow very many shots at all, only 21. Let's take a look at the goals for the Gulls in this game. They started off down 1-0, and then they came back and evened the game on a Jake Dotchin goal 8 minutes and 39 seconds into the first period, midway through that first period. Then we just showed you Cracknell's goal, but it's worth looking at again, Andy.
Yeah, straight out of the penalty box after a penalty, and he's a pure goal scorer. 27 last year and just over 40 games with Laval. He's certainly showing it here in San Diego.
Got his 10th there with the Gulls. Into the third period, Chase DeLeo. He grew up just up the road here in La Mirada. He said this is more of a home game than Gulls games because his family can come see him on the short drive. And then Sam Steele capped it off with that 4th goal for the Gulls as they win by a score of 4-1. 46-22 shots on goal. BJ, that's almost unheard of in a hockey game.
Well, it is, especially on the road. But the big thing was last home game for the Gulls, they couldn't really, buy a shot on goal. They had 3 in the first period. I bet you that was a big thing Coach Dallas Eakins and the coaching staff talked about. Tonight they came out and they made the difference.
You talked about them being warriors on the road, and they continue a road swing. They go to Texas after this for a pair of games. When we come back, we'll have more post-game interviews after the Gulls beat the Ontario Reign by a final of 4-1 at Citizens Business Bank Arena. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Jeff Glass gets the win as the Gulls defeat the Reign by a score of 4-1. A big-time game for him in the net. He deserves a round of applause, and he's with AJ Mandariccio. AJ?
Thank you, Troy. Jeff, you let in the first one. No goalie wants to do that. How were you able to rebound there and shut out the Ontario Reign from there?
I think as a team we just shut it down. As the game went on, we got better and better and kind of settled into a groove and played the way we can play. And it was pretty impressive once we do what we do. And credit to the guys tonight.
What were they doing in front of you, especially after that first period, to limit some of those high-quality scoring chances?
I think we just kept the pressure on them in the offensive zone. They didn't really have any odd man rushes after that first period, and we kept the pressure on them, and they had a tough time breaking out, which meant we didn't spend much time in our D zone. And as a goalie, you love to see that. So it was awesome. It was a fun game to play, especially in front of all those fans that drove down here to watch us, and real happy with the win.
You mentioned that. How amazing is it to get that kind of support in a road building and see all your fans in the stands?
Yeah, like we were just talking about, there was 12,000 people at the last home game, and now there's a whole section full of them here tonight. This game, it's pretty awesome to see. You realize real quick coming to a new team here that these fans are pretty special, and they love their hockey, which is awesome.
Congrats on the win, Jeff.
Appreciate it.
Troy, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, AJ. If we could, let's take that shot back down on the ice because all the Gulls fans who came up here are down on the ice right now, and it's quite a scene down here. This is a road game for the Gulls, and here are all these fans, BJ. That's, as a former player, that's got to warm your heart.
Well, at home, the Gulls feel great, but when you come up here to Ontario and you've got this same kind of, support, this is San Diego Gulls hockey. This is what they do. The crowd's great. You come on the road, you don't feel like you're on the road.
No, not at all. And Andy, we heard Jeff Glass talk about the defense played in front of him, but really he faced some tough shots there right out of the gate in the first period, and he stoned a couple of them. This could have been a 3-goal lead for Ontario right away.
Well, that's exactly exactly why San Diego went out and got Jeff Glass, a 14th-year pro. He's a guy that knows how to rebound. He's a guy who's not going to let it get in his head. Now, if you have a young netminder, maybe somebody who's a rookie, a 2-year pro, maybe that might be something that they're going to try to have some trouble with during the course of that hockey game. No stranger for Jeff Glass. He's able to turn the page, get past it right away.
And after sitting on the bench for a long time, he came out and played lights out. Andy Zilch, BJ McPherson, thanks so much for calling the game. We really enjoyed it. AJ Mandariccio is now with Sam Carrick. AJ?
Thank you, Troy. Sam, you come back down to this team, help them to a 4-1 win here in Ontario. What was the key to overcoming that slow start and getting past this Ontario team?
Yeah, they came out pretty hot, but I think Glasser just stood on his head for us, especially early there when they were pressing. And I think we had that one power play where they had more chances than we did, and Glasser stood on his head for us. So that was huge. And as the game went on, we just kind of proved that we're in better shape, and we just kept on pressing, and I think we wore them down a bit. And yeah.
You talk about that performance by Jeff Glass. How much more impressive is it when you realize he hasn't played in a game for 9 of the last games?
It's crazy, yeah. It just goes to show you, what kind of guy he is. He's extremely hard worker in practice, and I think that's what kind of keeps him in game shape for sure. He's battling every drill, even second chances. He's trying his hardest to not let you score, and it showed tonight. He was I don't know how long it's been since he's played, but it feels like a while, and he looked like he didn't miss a beat out there.
Well, Sam, congrats on the win.
All right, thank you.
Troy, back to you.
All right, AJ. Gulls happy to have Sam Carrick back on the ice after his brief stay with the Ducks. These Gulls fans celebrating a victory as the Gulls beat Ontario 4-1. We'll be back with some final thoughts in just a moment.